Hello to all of my friends on BPTV, YouTube, Facebook. I'm Alan Levine, the Talking Machine, and I'm doing my 36 Maria's Ideas Teaches Us to Paint. Imagine over 3 years ago, I asked this great artist, my co-host, co-producer Maria, would you teach others to paint? And she goes, yes, I do that in many places. And I have one stipulation. How long's it been since you've painted? I go, only over 50 years. She goes, will you be on the show? And I'm old, not mean, so I go, yes. Now I'm doing my 36th painting.
Hello friends, we are here at Johno's Art Studio in Pittsburgh on the South Side Slopes, and yes, Alan is one of my favorite artists now. He's come a long way. He has his own style, kind of modern.
You're making me blush.
He's very good, and he's been a great co-host and co-producer, so happy to have you, Alan. So
thank you so much, my modest artist friend.
Thanks.
The best in Pittsburgh.
Aww. So today we have Sister Rosemarie from one of my favorite places in Pittsburgh, the Treasure, Little Sisters of the Poor on Benton Avenue. And I just found out she studied fine art, interior design,
please.
like she's an artist. Well, everyone is an artist, but she fessed up. So we already know it's in her, so we'll see what she does. So we're so excited to have you, sister, and have you paint with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I know you all work so hard over there, so you get a little time to just play and paint, and you all work so hard taking care of everyone. And my mom's one of the people that's at Little Sister, so I get to see them all the time. They're always busy, and if anyone thinks you work hard, go over there and check out how everyone takes care of everyone over there. It's amazing. So anyway, so we're going to get started here, okay? So I designed this. I thought this would be nice. I remember some songs when I was growing up about letting your light shine or something. So, and I thought this time of year and the cardinal and the lamppost and it's winter. So, and I titled this, Let Your Light Shine. Okay?
Maria,
So-
I got to interrupt.
Yes.
We had a legendary guy on our show named Dave Cable with a cardinal.
Oh,
And we need to have him do a
Yeah, I
guest
know.
appearance.
that's
Because
the
for
only.
some reason, what did we get?
It's over 6,280 views, and most of the other ones are a couple hundred. On my YouTube.
Right.
On yours, I don't know what it is on
Yeah.
yours, so I don't know. That was a special one, Dave.
Just had to bring that up.
Yeah, that was
Thank
still
you,
the
Dave.
best. So, all right, so we are going to get started. So what I did to create these colors here, I started with ultramarine blue, which is a warmer blue, black, a true red, and a white. And I mixed variations, amounts of these colors to achieve these. So this one that looks like almost like a mauve-y lavender color, there was more red than the blue. There was a lot of white, no black. This one had a little bit of black in it, a little bit of red, blue, a lot of white. This is just the ultramarine blue with white in it. So I mixed them ahead of time so we didn't have to fuss
What
with
blue
that.
is this down in my corner here?
That's a green. That's a phthalo
that's-
green. It's
it
a
looked more
very
blue.
intense. It's a very blue green.
Yeah, that's what my eyes
It
pick
is, and it's really intense. So we'll
out. Just
see. when
needed
we-
to know before we dig.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
So sure. All right. So we are going to start with the background. Now the background, we don't want to fuss too much with it. We just want to block everything in. And I would say you could use the filbert brush, Alan, or
Okay.
you can use the flat, either one, whatever you feel
gonna
comfortable. It's
try
a half
filbert.
inch. So we usually wet the brush first and then take the extra water off. So just dip that in your water. And then what that does is this helps the paint grab the bristles. So what we're going to do is the ultramarine blue, which is this one right here, which has the white in it. That is the color that I have at the top. My brush is wiggly here. Okay, so we are going to just paint. So I like to do different, you can paint in different directions if you want some texture. Some paints are not as opaque as others. This one is not as opaque. I feel like since this is sky and I don't necessarily want those lines, I don't know. I paint differently all the time depending on what I'm doing here.
We will follow your lead.
Yeah, so I feel like this brush is, it's a little stiff, but it's smoothing. Yeah, it's working okay. I don't like the way that looks there. All right, so what I just did here to show you how I cut in and made this nice flat straight line, I put my brush, I laid it down on the canvas. You can either do it flat like this or you can hold it up on its edge, and then you just push down, let the bristle line up with whatever you're going to paint, and then you just move your hand, and that's how you get a really nice edge. Now this, I feel like, because it's leaving a lot of texture, and I feel like it's somewhat transparent, I'm going to add a little bit of white to mine. You don't have to, but I think I'm going to just up at the corners. See how that looks.
Where's our light source?
Yeah, well, that's a good question, Alan. Our light
You've
source
taught me
is,
that,
we're
yeah.
going with the lamppost. So
That's in the center?
I would say it is maybe dusk or early evening, and the lamppost is on, so there's no sun shining, so our light source is the lamppost, and you can see the bird has a lot of the light hitting his face too.
Yeah.
And then this is just maybe the hint of or a suggestion of distant trees or just something in the background. Same thing with here. So their background, we're not really focused on that being too important. We want your eye to go to the lamppost and the bird. How you doing, sister? It's beautiful. I'm really excited that you're here.
Oh,
So
God
what's
bless
it?
you.
What's a typical day for you at Little Sisters? Because I know you all have different jobs and descriptions and things.
Typical day is we get up early. We have to be in the chapel by 6:15.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa,
For
then you're
our-
getting up at 5 o'clock.
Most of the time, yes.
Wow.
6:15
Okay.
for meditation.
Okay.
We take 35 minutes for meditation, and then
Where
followed
do you do
by
meditation at? In your room?
No, in the chapel.
chapel.
We
Okay.
go to the chapel,
Just wanted to know.
to our convent chapel, for meditation for 35 minutes, followed by morning prayer. The office, we use the office, the Christian prayer for morning prayer. We say it together or we chant it most of the time. And after that, we have a little free time to go and do what we need to do. Most of us go back to our areas of responsibility, like some of the sisters who take care of the residents, like your mother in St. Anne's
Right.
household. They
Right.
go and check to make sure they have their employees in,
What do
etc.
you do?
Well,
Depends on the day,
a lot
maybe.
of paperwork.
No. Well, then you're the boss?
Oh, for heaven's sake, no.
Okay, I was just checking.
I'm the beggar of the community. You know what the beggar does?
No.
Are you one of the ones that goes out to the?
Go
Different
out to
locations?
the different places.
I know Coons. You were
Yes.
just at
You go
Coons
to
over there.
different places
Coons Market.
to pick up donations.
What's your favorite
We
place
go
to
to,
go to then?
Well, every place has its own unique.
Well, that's right. What's your
characteristic,
most
you know.
unique place then? I can ask
Probably
questions.
That's like asking a mother what's her favorite kid. You know.
I haven't really.
Well,
I
you can
haven't
tell me
really,
you don't have a favorite. I can
I don't
can
think
take
so.
no.
I haven't really come up with anything, a favorite place to go. Every place is nice.
And you meet different people, and everyone is always so
Well,
generous.
I wanted
know,
you to explain that. Yes.
Yeah, well, I know Pittsburgh is very generous, right?
You know, I was in Pittsburgh 15 years ago for 6 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was the beggar at that time as well. So I'm meeting a lot of familiar people,
Okay.
Wow,
a lot
that's
of
great.
old friends. And coming back to Pittsburgh, you know, after being in so many other places for 15 years, Pittsburgh is really special.
It is.
It's everyone is nice everywhere, you know, but when I came back to Pittsburgh, it's just that real homey and warm feeling. I don't know what it is.
It's
I
true.
can't explain,
Yeah.
but it's there.
And I've
It's
never,
just Pittsburgh.
it is, but
You don't get it anywhere else.
and people say that, and I feel that. That's why I could never leave Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh is made up of people from all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's what's interesting and that's why I love it. The diversity, there are people from everywhere, but everyone is so welcoming and friendly. But they're not all from Pittsburgh.
I don't
You know
know.
what I mean?
It's
So it's
just-
like there's something
Sister,
about
I
when
gotta
you're
ask
here.
you, where are you from?
Well, I was born
Yeah.
in the Philippines.
Wow.
My grandfather was very wise.
Yeah.
Before the Second World War, my grandfather knew that something was going on
Sure.
in China. So he left China by himself,
Wow.
and he went to the Philippines to see if there was anything he could do until he got his business going and settled down and started to bring the family over. So I am a first generation in the
okay.
Philippines.
Wow, that is awesome.
Chinese.
Thank you for
So,
sharing that.
Wow.
I'm glad
So
I
I was
asked.
born in the Philippines, and after college, after I graduated, I went to Canada, to Montreal, Canada,
Right.
to join my brother. So that's
Oh,
how I came to the
Nice.
United
What
States.
college did you graduate? You know I got to ask questions.
What college? I went to a Dominican college,
Okay.
the oldest college in the Philippines.
See, I love history, so I'm glad I'm getting
Yeah.
it out of
University
you.
of St.
Yeah.
Thomas.
Is that where you studied art and
That's
interior
where I
design?
studied fine arts.
Fine.
Yes.
Wow. Did you paint with oils? Did all
I
different?
only had one class because my major is interior design, so I
Okay.
didn't have too much of that. But
Oh.
So next time we want to redecorate it, little sister, we're gonna get you in there. Huh. It's so beautiful there,
too
but
long.
they're always updating things and keeping it so pretty over there. Maybe you had something to do
Oh,
with
it's
that. I
been
don't
too
know.
long. It's
Aw, that looks great.
things
See, you know,
have changed, you know.
yeah, and you can always let this dry. Yeah, this color for some reason, it's just not as opaque. So you can let it dry if you want to, and then go back in and hit it again, to get rid of the brush strokes. But I just kind of left them there. So what I did while you were chatting is I grabbed the next color, which is like that lavender mauve color, and
Did you add to it?
I just painted this next section and the reason why this is a little warmer, a little different is maybe the sun had just set. You know, there's a certain glow in the sky, and the sky gets very blue. Even reflections look blue. So that is at more of the horizon in the background, and then we have the next color, which is not so blue. It's a little grayer. It's a little more subtle. So I blended that in. So what I did was I filled it in, and then when I took the extra paint off my brush and I just kind of blended them together, just like that. And then now I will go to the next color, which is this one here, and that is the one that I made with black, a little bit of black, the ultramarine blue, a tiny bit of red, and then the white. So that will come in here. Now this last section, I would say you might want to use the flat brush too. And when you do this section where it meets this color, if you hold the brush this way and you go like this, that can simulate trees, just the shape of the tree. And the acrylics dry a little bit darker too. So keep that in mind if you're laying the colors together, mixing them. They will dry a little bit darker. And then when I got in around the cardinal here, I just took the small round brush and just cut in a little bit around him. So that's it. So we'll just keep filling these in here, and then we'll get to the fun stuff. And then this section here where I have the greenery on the lamppost, I'm just going to paint it all. I'm painting this background color there. The green will go on top of it, but I did draw that in there just so you would have a reference point of where they are. But I'm just covering that up, and we'll add the greens on top. So, yeah. Do you guys have
You're quick.
Yeah, he's a pro now. He's
She taught me, and I'm even doing some background stuff because she has multiple colors together.
yeah.
So I'm more advanced on number 36, but
That's
thank you,
right.
sister.
Alan's work, I would describe it as very modern, and he does a lot of bigger, bolder shapes and things, and I love it. It's fun.
Thank you, teacher.
I do. That's what's fun about art is if you give 10 people paints and a paintbrush, everyone's going to do it different, right?
And for all of you, get her kits and watch her tutorials. You'll learn to get better like I have. So I guarantee it.
So what I do, I usually mention this at the beginning of the show, but I neglected to do that, didn't I?
That's why I'm bringing it up now. Go ahead, Maria.
Yeah, so what I do for these, so they're all the same, is I'll have the design that I created in a computer. And then I take the color out and I print it and I transfer it onto the canvas with transfer paper, which is like carbon paper, if some of you know what that is.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, you lay it down, you lay the transfer paper, graphite transfer, and you just draw over it. So that way they're all the same. You can also draw right on your canvas. You could draw on another piece of paper and transfer it. You could put chalk on the back and that will transfer it. You can use a graphite pencil on the back. So I do have like a 10-minute tutorial for every episode on my YouTube channel that shows you how to draw the design if you need help with that. Okay? So that makes it a little
Believe me,
easier.
I needed help with that.
Yeah, and even if you are doing something or something similar, it doesn't have to look just like this anyway. That's just if you want the little, the guide. So you can see I'm coming all the way down, and then there's a little bit of the ground below. We don't even have to, I was going to say, we don't even have to really worry about that yet, but I think I will fill that in. So this, it's kind of like a slate blue. It almost has it's like a toned down periwinkle color, which is a color.
That's an interesting color,
right?
I'll tell
And you
that.
see those variations of those hues in the sky and in at dusk a lot of times, especially in the winter. I feel like.
Thank you for doing this.
Yeah. So we have that blocked in, and then the bottom area. So it's that should have a hint that that's snow at the bottom because we do have snow on our lamppost. So I'm going to just take the white. My brush is not completely clean, so there's a little bit of blue in there still, and it's picking up. I'm purposely going over this line right here and straightening that up, and it's picking up that blue and pulling it in, which is what I want to do there. And then I'll throw some other colors on there too after we get moving along. So what I'm going to do, sister, is I'm going to keep painting. Don't worry about keeping up with me, okay?
Right.
I'll get that taken care of, and then we'll come back.
We go
in a
to
few.
our own speed.
But you can still talk and do whatever.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And then, so let's see. We are going to move on to the lamppost. So the lamppost, I used black in some of these areas, but some of the areas here where that light might be casting up there, it's not a true black. It's a softer black because of the light hitting it. So let's see. I'm going to start with the light inside. If you did the black areas first and then you go to do your yellows or your whites in here, it might pull some of that black and get it all dirty and smudgy, and so we're going to do the lighter colors first. So I'm grabbing my filbert. I like filberts when I'm doing curved areas. Whoops. So let's see. I'm going to start with yellow. This is just a yellow here. And you can see how that filbert just fits right in there, and I just pull that right down.
Yeah.
And then it will be lighter in the center, so I'm not even going to put too much yellow there because the white is there, yellow here. The fun part with this is when we do these little highlights and shadows and everything too. And paintings usually look kind of worse before they get better, right?
Okay.
Because it's all, you're blocking things in, you're creating layers. So sometimes, people look at a painting and see and like, oh, it's not that great. Well, of course it's not going to look that great until it's done. All right, so that's that. Now, I also have, you can see a darker red in here. Again, this is the lamppost, but it's shining this light. So that's what's going to help us feel like this is glowing. So even though the lamppost is black, we're putting this red on there. So I have the yellow in here. So now this is when I'll use my plate. This is just a regular paper plate, but it has a coating, so it doesn't
I've never
absorb.
seen you hold off that long.
Oh, no. All
I
right.
followed you too. Look, I only have a little
Yeah.
dab.
So I'm taking the yellow and I'm taking a little bit of red. When I mix my colors, I put them beside each other and then introduce them in another spot because that might be too much red, not enough yellow, so I could, okay. So what I'm doing, I feel like there's too much red. Red is a strong color. All right, so what I want to do is get, it's an orange, but it's not an intense orange.
Oh, for the
And I'm coming up in here. There's a little bit more red in there, but that's okay. And I'm,
Sister, we keep doing what we're doing. She's ahead of us.
yeah. Well, you'll be able to catch up after, okay?
Yeah.
So don't worry about
we
that.
catch up at the end.
So
we
I'm
let her-
catching
she-
up with you.
I know, you're doing
thank you.
good. So you just come in here and you just pull that orange in there. And then, so usually, and I usually mention this on the show, so when I'm working on a certain color, and I do this at home, maybe it's a time saver from doing murals all these years, and I have to do a mural in a day or two, I'm always trying to think of ways to be efficient with my time. So if I have this brush and I have this color, I look around and think, oh, is there anything else I can do
see,
while I'm, using? So I'll just throw some of this on the cardinal too, just because, right?
Yeah,
That's going to,
Yeah.
he's brighter there because he's going to be layers too. So that's all. And then I'll clean my brush. Now I am going to grab, so I have a new brush for us, Alan.
Okay, I was
This-
waiting.
Yeah, so this is a number 8. It's a little angled. It's a 1/4 inch, but it's angled. And this will be helpful for these areas.
It's that white brush here.
Yes, yours.
Okay.
No, that's a square. Yours might be brown, but it's the same.
Oh, a square.
It has an angle.
I got you.
Oh, this.
Yeah. Yes.
I have one here.
Yes,
That one.
it's the same. It's a number
Yeah,
8.
mine's not white. All right.
That's okay. All right, so now we're coming in. We're
Thank
doing
you.
the lamppost. You're good. So I'm going to start with the true black. Whoops, my brush. You usually have to wet them first. There's sometimes like a little bit of a glue in there that they keep the bristles together while they're shipping them. Okay, so I'm starting with the black just straight out of my repurposed egg carton. And I'm coming in, and the blackest areas are where the light is not hitting it as much. So it's this section here, and you can see I'm just laying my brush down and just letting the brush do the work for me. I don't have to worry about having a steady hand. You just lay it down. Okay, that's darker here. And then I'm just using just turning my brush. You can use the same brush for a lot of different shapes too, just by angling it. And then this one.
Thank you for coaching us. I appreciate
Sure.
that.
And when you paint something like this, it has different sections. You can leave a little gap in between where the sections come together. And sometimes that just kind of gives like a little hint of maybe the way the light's hitting it or something too. And it also helps you figure out where everything comes together if you do want to highlight or shade something. So I see how I purposely left that, or it could be a little hint of some snow on there. So now I see I have to touch that up. Okay,
Oh, this is interesting using this brush. It's
yeah,
pretty
so
cool.
it's nice. So I'm just laying it down. Now here, when I go to do this straight line, you can take a piece of paper and lay it up against it and
Oh,
paint
I
it.
see.
Or I just do everything freehand. I'm just used to it. So you can use the edge of the brush and come down, but if you lay it flatter, it's probably going to be a little steadier, and just lay it down and just pull your hand. That needed more paint on it, but you can see that's all you do there. Then we're going to do the other side. And again, we're painting over the area where the greenery is, because that is coming. When you paint with acrylics, you're typically painting from background to
And
front.
we can always add on top of it.
Right,
like you
so it's
taught
all
me.
layers on top. So this greenery here is on top of the lamppost. So we'd paint that first, and then I might not paint it the way it looks here. So I needed to make sure that lamppost was in there, and then whatever parts it covers, you could still see it between there. And then also you can see for this horizontal row, for this little, what would you call it? The little
Branch?
bar on
Yeah.
or whatever. So I'm
You
just
stuck a bar in there.
Yeah, so well, the bird had to sit on it, right?
It needs a perch.
A
Yes,
perch, yeah.
Very good.
So I loaded the brush pretty generously, and I'm just laying it down, and I'm just pulling it across. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing over here. Don't worry about if you cover up his feet, but we'll repaint his little feet, and then we have the ends. Okay, so now there's that. And there are a few areas here on the lamppost. So Alan, you asked about the light source.
Yeah.
I would say the way I have this, there still is a little bit of a light source where I have, it's darker, a little bit shadows more on the left side. So I'm going to grab one of these little, how you doing, sister? You doing good? You're good?
Slow.
No, you're good. And then this has to
We
still
don't
come
count the
down that
speed.
color
Speed
too.
does not matter here.
Yeah. All right, so
Yours
what I'm
is looking
doing,
good.
thanks. I'm taking this little brush here and I'm coming in, I'm doing the little tip. I'm doing the little sections here. There's snow laying on the lamppost, so you would figure the snow is not going to be on these under parts where the little overhangs are. The snow is going to be on the upper areas. So I'm kind of picking out some spots on this to define the lamppost, but I don't want this to be all solid black. I'm coming in with a softer black, but I do want to define this edge here, like this. Whoops.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine. I know it's a little tight quarters here,
No,
huh?
no, I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. I know people come in. It's not really big in here, but we do a lot of different things in here. We produce a lot of artwork. Johno, my husband, paints here. His work table is right behind us. Okay, so you can see I'm grabbing these sides. So once you start blocking things in, it's not as, I enjoy every aspect of painting, but when you really start playing with all the highlights and shadows, to me, that's when it really gets to be fun. So but you can see when it starts taking shape, it gets exciting. I would paint 24/7 if I could.
Really?
Oh yeah,
You'd give up sleep?
I would. I would even give up eating. Well,
Really?
not chocolate. I wouldn't stop eating chocolate
Okay.
and potato chips.
Well, you're a
but
woman. You can say that.
yeah, I would. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now that's the blackest area. So now I'm going to take the black, and I'm going to mix in some blue because I want a softer
Oh, my goodness.
black.
Wow.
You can mix in any color. I just don't want this to be a true. It makes this blue here, this mixture. It's the blue we used at the top. Gives it more of a charcoal color. And now I'll come in. Oops, I need my other little brush. And then I will grab this. So what we're doing is we're working. When you typically, it doesn't look much different, does it? Let me add some more white. When you work with acrylics, you work back to front and dark to light. All right, so here we have a little bit here. We have this. And now I'll fill in some of these areas. You can always go back in. You can always make things a little darker, a little lighter, but in general, it's usually dark to light.
No,
because you
thanks
can
for your
see-
guidance on that. I needed that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could see you have the darker, and then you build up the highlights on top, if that makes sense. And then under here, so this is where it would not be as true of the black because it's hitting, this light
I'm
is coming up.
impressed you're already there.
I got a
Oh,
lot
he's
to do.
painting fast today. Sometimes not so much. I guess it depends on, yeah.
No, you know what it is?
What's that?
With certain groups of things you have,
Yeah.
if I can just paint it as the background,
Yeah.
then I can add all the intricate things afterwards because I'm slow on that.
Gotcha.
I've learned, sister.
You're a pro.
No, I don't get paid for this.
No, we are volunteers. I also volunteer at Little Sisters with my hubby, and my sister Donna volunteers there often. We love it there. I would volunteer every single day there if I could.
Do you have Ann Dolansky with you?
Oh,
sometimes?
yes.
You do? She's our oldest
She's
resident,
101,
102
Yeah, that's right.
today.
Oh,
Today.
No way. December 5th.
She used to come to my painting class. She doesn't
Really?
see real well right now, now, and she's always busy doing other things anyway.
Oh
but
my gosh,
she is so sweet. And she still eats she eats all her vegetables, eats everything. In fact, she sits with my mom. And sometimes, my mom is, I don't know, she just doesn't eat as much. And I always say, come on, eat like Andy does. She always eats everything. So, yeah, they're so cute together.
Oh, Annie,
She's been there because even my mother-in-law was there 10 years ago, and
She's
Annie
going
was there.
10
yeah.
years, yes.
Oh,
She's
I
at Mass every single day.
know.
That little
She's active.
at Mass every single day. And then one day, I didn't know her. So one day I was pushing the wheelchair, pushing her back. And I always go slow with the rest, and I don't like to rush.
Yeah. That's
Especially
smart.
when I get over a hump, I go very slow so that.
Well, you're a
not-
mighty mite. I'm
But
taller
anyhow-
than you. Yeah.
So anyhow, so she went. I guess she found me too slow. She was wheeling herself, and I couldn't pick. So I was trying to
That's her.
keep up with her.
That's a great
yeah.
story.
And then when we got to the,
That's
there's
Watch
a
your
little
painting, watch
incline
your-
going down. So I always try to hold
in
them
the
back
hall, yeah.
so we don't go down. Oh, she didn't let me. She
It's
went
fine.
all the way down, slid down.
Oh my
I
goodness.
just about died, but anyhow,
102.
I didn't know her.
Thanks for
That is
sharing that
funny.
story.
So I
I
started
love it.
It's
Yeah.
102.
Wow.
It's just a number. It's just a number.
Whoa.
That's funny. She's amazing, though. That's why everyone over there lives such a long time. It's such a caring place. They're so active there. It's amazing there. It really is. I love it. Grateful to have my mom
they
in there.
teach us, I tell you. So many times I was humbled
You mean by the residents?
by the residents.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah.
Wow, that's nice.
Yep.
The one time I remember this, I will never forget. We took a whole group of residents, not here in Pittsburgh, somewhere else. We took them to a food court underneath a Union Station.
Yeah.
And when you're downtown, the Union Station, there's a lot of characters going
Yes,
there.
there.
Oh, yeah.
I
So
worked in
when-
downtown Pittsburgh 36 years, so
So
I
when I
understand.
was down there, I was looking. They all sat at different tables and
Yeah.
all that. So, and went to get their food, etc., etc. So
Yeah.
they were all settled down, and I was looking around, make sure everybody was okay. All of a sudden, this character showed up.
Yeah.
A real tall fellow, and he was in and just looking around. So I was going around like a mother hen, trying to protect all the residents, make sure they don't they have their food. And then this gentleman by the name of Francis, a resident,
Oh, wow.
he used to be homeless himself,
Yeah.
He came into us, and anyhow, he ordered his food. He ordered a big order of shrimp,
No.
and he divided the container into two. He said, "This is for now, and later for tonight." he
No
told me.
way.
So he put it
Wow.
on his table. He's by himself, and he got a big drink for all that. He got himself settled.
Yeah.
He was eating, and he looked, and he saw the man coming in. He got up. He invited the man over. He said, "Come, come." And he gave his share for his evening meal
Aw.
and his drink, his
Wow.
own drink. He gave to this man. And I was so humbled. I said, here I was trying to protect them from
Right.
getting
Yes.
invaded or attacked. And he was giving his whole meal to this gentleman. Oh my God, I said, oh dear Jesus,
What a
you taught me
story.
a lesson.
Yeah, that's a valuable one there.
Oh,
So special.
Yeah,
Special
something.
moment. Yeah, yeah. So you could see what I've been doing here. So I mixed up I grabbed red, put a little bit of black in, or it could still even mix with the paint if it's still wet, and I put that in these areas here where that light is shining on, and I started the cardinal. So this is where this little angle brush is also going to come in handy. When I grabbed the paint for the cardinal, if you look at, all I did here was just lay the brush down in the direction that the feathers lay. So if you do that, You can see just, and if I leave some little gaps in between, that just really helps with the illusion
Highlighting.
of feathers. Yeah, and you know, we're not spending 3 hours on this. We're not painting these in a way that they're
Oh,
so
that
realistic.
sister got to go to St. Paul, right up the
Yeah.
street. We can't take hours.
Yeah,
That's a
Oh
historic
my
church
gosh.
too. I've
What
been there
time
many
is it now?
the
times.
monastery.
No, we're good. I'm just teasing.
And
but
it's funny, you know, people,
we know you have plans.
yeah, people come here to the studio and or they don't realize if they're from another area, they'll say, "Are you anywhere near the monastery?" Because everyone knows about the monastery,
I've
which
been
is
there
it's right around the
half
corner.
dozen times. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It has a beautiful view and everything too.
Oh, that view's exquisite. And inside the pews in the church, just beautiful.
So here you could see I'm still using the same brush. I'm just mixing. What's nice about these plates, these have the coating. You can see they're a little shinier. When the paint dries, you just grab some water and it will reactivate the paint for you. So I just wanted some of this color. So I just threw some water in there and now I'm shading the cardinal a little bit here. And also what's nice about the acrylics, if you wanted to, you know, I could send you home with some paints. Like you can work on it again. You can keep adding details if you want to. You can go back in another time and just keep working on them because like I said, we're doing these pretty quickly. So there's not too much time to put the details, but let's see, the snow's coming pretty soon here. So I'm grabbing, I blocked in my cardinal. You can see he's not done. I'm gonna let him dry a little bit. So what I do is I kind of move around when I know something has to dry instead of just sitting and waiting for paint to dry, right?
Yeah.
And again, I guess from doing murals and learn to be efficient is just keep working and just find another spot. So I would plan the job in a way that I can do that. So it's that way I can get something done in a much shorter amount of time. So I do the same thing with the painting. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding some white. Now I'm going to take that extra white off my brush. It's like a dry brush. And I'm just coming in here and I'm just going to pull it around. I'm going to try not to hit that black. I think some of that's still wet, so I don't want to pull the black in. So I'm doing this right in here, and we can always add another layer if we have to. Maybe a little bit. It's going to be brighter in the middle. And let's see, I'm going to go back to that little number 8 little angled brush, and I'm coming in with the yellow that has a little bit of that orange mixed in. And I'm going to grab, just throw in some, now this is dry. So these are the little highlights here. Now these are under here, right? This would be like this. Maybe up here. I'm going to put some up there even if there wouldn't be any in there. So this is where you can kind of play with how you lay in your little highlights. And then as it dries, you may want to hit them again. They dry darker. Acrylics dry darker, so keep that in mind. Sometimes it's the color that you like or the variation of the color that you like, and you want it a little bit brighter, then you just add a little bit more. Okay, so it's there, and I'm going to put, see, I'm just cleaning off my brush a little bit there, a little bit there. Now I am going to work on the snow, then I'll go back to the bird. This section right here is very straight, but I feel like this needs to come in a little bit because that snow is laying on there. Okay. All right, so let me work on my snow. For the snow, I am going to grab, this is a round brush. This is a number 6. No, it's a number 8. Taking the white, just true white, as bright as white as possible, and I'm going to just dab on the snow. So we don't need it to be perfectly straight because of the way it would lay, right? Maybe a little piece here. Did you build a snowman or anything the other day when it snowed?
No.
I wanted to. I was really busy,
Would have been
but
perfect.
it was perfect snow for it. Oh,
Didn't it look beautiful?
it was. But I was so busy. But I would have loved to go out and do one, make something. Okay, so now this is the snow laying on top, and I don't want it to be a straight because, you know, it's snow, right? So I'm gonna just wiggle my brush a little bit. And that's why you work back to front. So the snow is on top, right? And the lighter colors you put on last. Okay, so there's some snow here. Maybe it's a little rounded here at the edge, how it builds up. I'm gonna even do, maybe we could do a couple little things like a little icicle looking effect there. So you can see I'm just kind of moving around. I'll just keep looking back at everything now. I will grab, throw some more here. Maybe there's a little bit of snow on here. And I'm going to add some more white while I have it. Okay. Okay, we're getting there. That looks good. Looks good. And for not painting, you know, for a long time, is it relaxing for you? Yeah? No? I didn't expect that reaction. No? Okay. We'll make sure you get to finish it. All right, so now I'm going to I'm grabbing my small round brush for the details on the cardinal's face. They have the little, this is the male cardinal, so they have a little, they have a little mask.
Is that what it is?
That's called a little mask. The females, I don't think, they might have one, but it's not as dark.
They're more brownish.
Yeah, I don't know if they have a mask at all or not. So we get around his little beak there, and then we'll get his little eye. And what I'm going to do is I just want a little bit of black, not too harsh. I'm throwing some red in with it. When you take a round brush like this and you want a nice tip on it, you just roll it and pull it like this. It gives you that nice little tip. See that little tiny point? And now I'll come in and just pull it for just some of the little definition of some of these little feathers. And grab a little bit of the black too. See how I'm getting just that tiny little tip? And if the belly of the brush gets too much paint in it, it builds up, you take it back out because then that tip won't be as small. I'm gonna do that again just with the black. So you can see I built it up. You build up the color. As you can do your shadows, you can do them darker. It's easier to add than to try to take away. So it's lots of layers. So we could come in and do layer upon layer, just keep going with this. But again, we're doing this in a way where we're painting it pretty quickly. And okay, let's see, I need some more red on him. And little highlights. And Stage Boy was just telling me we're 40 minutes in already.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Where'd you see it?
That's Johno.
He comes over with a little
He's
sign
hiding.
so that I know. Stage Boy. All right, so now I'm just throwing in some little highlights. City living. Okay. Now this light is going to be hitting him right here. Here, maybe show his little cheeks a little bit, top of his feathers here, and then maybe here, and then his little breast probably a little bit brighter there. Okay, should I put a little highlight there maybe? All right. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more things. All right, the green. All right, so this is phthalo green. Very, very intense. Look at that. It's very intense.
Wow.
Oh, for the
So you just need a
leaves.
tiny bit of it, but I just wanted to show you. So what we're doing is we're going to take some yellow. We're gonna mix it with the green until you get your desired green that you want. Still the small little brush, the round brush, and I'll just do,
Oh, okay.
I'll just go like this, and just start from the stem
I see.
and
what
just
you're
pull
saying.
out, and that just gives you, so it's maybe some
Yeah,
little
yeah,
pine branches, right? Maybe one of the little elves that lives in the area
Yeah.
came and decorated it.
Ah.
Like to use your imagination when I do when you paint. So, and then you can see that's the darker green. Now, as that's drying, I will come in with, say, yellow and a little bit of white and make a lighter green. And then not go over all of it, but just hit. If you hit a few places like that, what that does is it brings it forward. Light colors comes forward and the dark recede. Okay, so that just makes that pop a little bit. And then I'm going to rinse my brush and get some white. So maybe there's a little bit of snow on there. Okay. There's some little touch-ups here too I will take care of. But now for the berries, you could do one or two things. You can take a pencil with a new eraser, see that? And you can dip it in your paint. And you can just go like that.
Oh,
I saw we
how
had
clever.
Yeah.
that.
Okay. And now
I
you
knew
can.
you'd come up with something there.
And I purposely did it on the wet, so you could see right here. This was still wet in the white, so you can see
Yeah,
how
so it spreads.
it mixed in. So
Yeah.
it gives them a little bit of dimension. And you can also add a little brush. You can also add a little tiny little white dot here and there, if you want to. Okay, and then if we want some snow, so the pencil eraser, we can use this for our snowflakes if you want to. We're gonna do a couple different ways. Oh, wait, I forgot one other thing. This right here. See this? It's kind of like little flecks of light. You could take the yellow and you can thin it and you could do a glaze, but I don't want anything too harsh, but I want a little bit of a glow there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I have fan brushes here. I didn't really plan on using these, but I do have them. I'll give you guys each one.
Oh, thank you.
Little fan brush. Is I'm going to take a clean plate, take some yellow, take some white, and then I'm going to steal some of your water because it's cleaner. Okay. And now I want some, take my pencil and I just want to tap. Is it wet enough? There we go. I just want some more of the yellow and not so much of the white right around in here. Like it's the snow, but it's still glowing, so it's more yellow, and you can build up layers of that. And then for the snowflakes, I'll just do the, if you can do something like that. They're a little too perfect for me, so like not perfect, they're too round for me, so I think I'd rather do, let's see, I'll grab one of my brushes, and you could take the end of a brush and you can do some smaller ones, and sometimes they don't all look the same because of the way it lays on the back of the brush, which I think is nicer. But so you come in here with your little snowflakes, and you can put as much as you want on there, and then I feel like now I'm just going to look at it and do some little highlights and shadows. But I think his little eyeball, don't forget that little highlight in his eye. I just thought too, do you guys have the meat drop coming up at Little Sisters? You doing that this year?
The meat drop is
The meat drop, did you ever hear that?
December 13th,
December?
10 to 2.
So
Oh my
people
goodness.
just drive up, and there's always, I think sometimes the Boy Scouts or different people have done it. They've helped out, and people were outside, volunteers, and people, you just drive through and you just deliver a ham or a turkey
I
or
know.
a roast. And
I tell you,
because at Little Sisters, they have a kitchen there, and everything is cooked homemade.
That is
They're not
great.
bringing in food. Everything is cooked. It's like going to grandma's house every day.
Many grandmas.
Right? Exactly. It's amazing.
oh, people, I cannot tell you how generous the people are.
I know.
We just finished our canned good drives. You should see our dry storage and
Wow, that's
Wow.
great.
freezer. that will help us for many months to come.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay.
You know, it really helps us because our, you know, we only take the poor, and so we take Medicaid and Social Security and whatever
Right.
that
Yeah.
comes, and that only covers about 50% of the annual operation budget.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Yeah, I know.
the
that
rest is from the community in
Right.
Pittsburgh, and
Pittsburgh's very generous. They also have an Amazon wish
we
list
always
too.
make it so
Yep.
people are generous and doing their share.
And I
We
see where
can't do it alone.
right, and I see where it goes too, so it definitely helps. Okay, so I'm going to just, I think I'm good for right now. I'm going to just let it dry for a little bit. So we're going to take a break here, and then we'll come back and you finish up and we'll reveal our paintings, okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Okay, we are back and we are here to reveal our paintings.
Whoa.
So, sister, I can tell that
There
you
you go.
like to do detail, and you'd probably love to spend like 3 more hours on it, but it's
I'm very
done.
detailed.
But I'm sending you
Your
home with
details-
paint and brushes, and you can finish it. Okay?
Thanks, Sister
It's
Rosemary,
beautiful.
for being
Yes.
so meticulous.
And thank you for everything you do at Little Sisters
Oh, you're
and for
very
everyone.
welcome. It's our pleasure.
Yeah.
It's
And
our
get out the
privilege.
door to St. Paul's. What are you staying for?
Well-
Go to St. Paul's, please.
And pray for you and pray
Yes,
for everybody.
give me an extra prayer. One extra prayer today.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we have their information in the credits too, if anybody's interested in finding out where they are.
Yes,
Thank you.
and
They're always looking for good volunteers too.
Right, and I want to thank everybody. Thank Dave Cable. Thanks to the new employee Elle.
Yay!
And thanks
Al.
for Johno, the stage boy.
Yes. And
thanks-
Kathleen Bowser
and
stopped by
Kathleen
with us. She
Bowser
brought
again.
sister.
She made an appearance again, and
Yes.
she's not on the show again. And I want to thank all of you for watching our shows and the great feedback. And we've won awards because of all of you, and we're going to continue in 2026. January is number 37.
Yes.
Wow.
See you then. Happy New Year.
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
God bless you all.